the eve of the last round of games in the Premier League. And it's been a real poor Premier League this season for Arsenal fans, isn't it? We've had a bad season, but it could turn out all right next weekend when we're playing the FA Cup final. We could maybe salvage a trophy out of this poor season. But that remains to be seen. We're obviously up against a decent Chelsea team that tomorrow playing against Wolverhampton Wanderers and could potentially get into top four. So I suppose that all hinges on some of the other results, doesn't it? But tomorrow I'll be doing a watch along for the Arsenal game. I'm also going to be doing split screening, really. I'm going to have 3 or 4 devices going, and I'm going to be doing multiple games tomorrow, me and Chig. So make sure you come and check that out. We're going to have Man United against Leicester on one device. We're going to have Arsenal Watford on another device. And then we're going to have Chelsea against Wolves on a third device. Device City, Device FC. That's how we're rolling right now. Last day of the season. We'll keep you up to date with the rest of the scores. All games kick off at the same time. 5 o'clock kickoff, I believe, my time. So I think that's 4 o'clock your time. I may be wrong. But I'm pretty sure it's a 4 o'clock kickoff for all games tomorrow. So yeah, really looking forward to the last day. But that doesn't mean that football ends, because Europa League and Champions League are back in August as well after the Cup final. And I'll be doing watch-alongs for that as well. So make sure you download HOTMIC. You can see all the guys on there joining into the stream right now. And we'll have it all covered. And then as soon as Champions League and everything's done, we've got a couple of weeks off. And then bang, season starts again. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. But let's start off talking about this guy, Raul Jimenez. The reason I wanted to speak about this guy is because the stories doing the rounds in the press at the moment suggest that Arsenal are eyeing up. They always use funky words in the media, don't they? Arsenal are eyeing up a double raid. Like, come on, man, seriously. Some of these little buzzwords they use in the media, do they still even work? Or I suppose it has worked because I'm talking about it. So yeah, it probably does. But Aubameyang's still not signed a new contract. I'll come to him very shortly. And Raul Jimenez, the Wolves striker, the Mexican, Sergio in the chat will be loving life if we sign Raul Jimenez. But he is apparently being lined up as a possible replacement for Aubameyang if Aubameyang doesn't continue to sign that contract. Now, I've said many, many times about Raul Jimenez, I think he's class, man. I think he's absolutely brilliant. The amount of Arsenal fans that have said, but he hasn't got a resale value, I couldn't care less. Genuinely couldn't care less. The geezer's in his prime. He's 28 years old, absolutely slapping goals in for fun for Wolves. I remember doing a watch-along for Wolves against Tottenham at White Hart Lane. He scored a brilliant goal in that game to win the game 3-2. And the way Arsenal play, I don't know whether Arteta is going to continue doing this next season, but the way we play, we don't play to our strengths, which is pace. We don't play to Aubameyang, Pepe, Saka. We play into Lacazette, hold it up, pop it off, predictable, predictable, predictable. So I think if we're going to go down this route of sticking with that same kind of game plan next season, then we could do a lot worse than Raul Jimenez because he can score headers. Lacazette, excuse me, barely scores, let alone scores headers. But Aubameyang, we don't really utilise him. We're playing him on the left-hand side. I think that if we're going to get rid of Lacazette and then Aubameyang doesn't sign as well, why not go and get Raul Jimenez? I think he's a very good player. And I'd take him in a heartbeat at Arsenal. See, there is some players I do rate. You lot always tell me I don't rate any of these players. Well, I do rate Raul Jimenez, and I think he's exactly what we need up front. If we're going to continue with Aubameyang on the left wing, let's assume Aubameyang stays and signs a contract, and we probably won't even sign Jimenez. But if we're going to go down this route of playing Aubameyang left-hand side, going with Pepe on the right, Lacazette ain't the answer next season. We could do a lot worse than Raul Jimenez. I think he's absolutely brilliant. He can score a screamer. He can chop inside and bury one. He can win headers. We see his goal the other week, Adama Traore, the juiced up Iwobi whipping a ball in. And I think it was against West Ham. The level of goals in that game, by the way, them 2 goals were absolutely superb. But Raul Jimenez's header was absolutely top class. So why not go and have a look for a striker like that, even if Aubameyang stays? Maybe get rid of Lacazette and go and get a striker that can ping headers in the back of the net. Before I move on to Wilfried Zaha, this picture is not full screen, so bear with me. This is a picture from training today with Aubameyang. Excuse me. And it sent the Twitter sphere into meltdown. Oh, look, Aubameyang's pretending he's signed a deal. Has he signed? Hasn't he signed? And that's why I wanted to speak about Raul Jimenez to start off with. But I'm not so sure whether Aubameyang's just winding everyone up or whether he has actually signed. We all remember a couple of weeks ago when Bukayo Saka signed a new deal. Mikel Arteta was saying he's very confident. We're going to get the deal done. Hopefully, we're going to get in talks. Blah blah blah. Then when he was asked after Saka signed, he said, "They said, why were you so confident?" He said, "Because I knew it was already done." Is this the same? Has Aubameyang actually signed a new deal? And do you know what? I really hope he has, because he has been one of maybe 4 or 5 players this season that can hold his head up high and say, do you know what? I've actually done everything in my power this season. I've left everything out there in terms of goal scoring. Yes, I don't think he's been utilised properly. He shouldn't be on the left-hand side. What a waste of a striker, playing him on the left wing. Man City would never play Aguero left wing. So why are we playing Aubameyang left wing? I don't get it. It would be nice if he did sign a new contract. I'd be over the moon, because his goal scoring record since he's come here has just been ridiculous, isn't it? He's the quickest to 50 Premier League goals for Arsenal. Not that football started when the Premier League was created. Football did get created before that. But in Premier League era, Aubameyang is the quickest to 50. And I have been dubious and I have been a bit critical of him at times. Last season, he was missing sitters for fun. This season, he seems to have took his chances a lot more. Yes, he still misses the odd sitter, but who doesn't? Unless you're Leo Messi or Ronaldo, and even then they probably miss the odd one here and there. But I think this season, the one thing I'll say about Aubameyang is if he doesn't score whilst he's being put out on that left-hand side, he don't really do anything, which is why I think he's wasted being thrown out on the left-hand side. Like, what's the point? You're playing one of the best strikers in Europe, the best guy in the Premier League for movement in the penalty box. You're playing him on the left wing, and it ain't just Arteta I'm aiming that at. It's Emery, Freddie Ljungberg, Arsene Wenger did it as well. The one thing I'll give credit to Wenger and Emery for is they did play him up front, but at times they played him with Lacazette. I don't think we've seen that at all this season, and if we have, I genuinely can't remember. It'll literally be less than 2 or 3 times if that is the case. So I want to see him up front. If he stays and he is giving it all that one because he signed the deal, then fair play to him. I'm over the moon, and that'll give us a big boost as a fan base, knowing that our top boy is staying. But leave it in the comment section. I'll come back to some comments in a minute. Let's talk about this guy. Wilfried Zaha. He's got a funky barnet and can run fast, which automatically makes him £80 million. Seriously, the hype train around this geezer, I genuinely do not get it. People have been sat here all season on this channel, and it's not a dig at you guys, you're all entitled to your opinion, saying Pepe's crap, he's a flop, he's this, he's that. Well, Wilfried Zaha this season has played 3,200 minutes and has scored 4 goals. He has played 37 league games, every single league game, every single one. And he has scored a grand total of 4 goals. He's got 5 assists. 2 of his goals, by the way, came the other day. So I genuinely don't get why people don't rate Pepe, but really rate Zaha. Yes, he can go past the man. Whoopie-doo. So can Reece Nelson. Pepe's stats this season. He's taken part in 40 games, but he's played 700 odd minutes less. He's scored double the goals, and he's got 1 assist less than being double the assists. So I genuinely don't get it. I don't get why people don't rate Pepe but rate Zaha. The same with Saint Maximin. That guy, yes, you can run fast. Yes, you can run past people with consummate ease. It's just classy to run past somebody really easy. What are you doing once you get past that person? Because Zaha, for me, people can sit there and bang on that he's in a crap team. Cool, okay. Well, so's Danny Ings. And he's bagged, what, 19 goals, 20 goals this season? Jack Grealish is in a crap team. He is head and shoulders the best player in that team. Wilfried Zaha is supposed to be the talismanic figure of that team. And he's scored 4 goals in 38 games. I'm sorry, that ain't good enough. That is not good enough. Now, Roy Hodgson in his press conference has come out and said that, yeah, Zaha does want to go. He's pretty much wanted to go since the minute I got here. maybe that's saying something about Roy Hodgson. I don't know, or whether that's just he wants to go pastures new, which is what he said. He said, since I've been here, he's made it abundantly clear that he don't want to be here and he wants to go and do something else elsewhere. Do we need Zaha? Probably not. Is he an upgrade on Saka? Probably not, if we're being honest. It's all well and good chipping in with 4 goals, mate. You've got 5 assists. The young boy's got double that. So for me, can't happen. Don't want him. I think we've got bigger fish to fry. We've got bigger and better areas to fix on the pitch rather than putting Wilfried Zaha into the team. It's going to cost around 50 odd million quid. It's not going to be the 70 or 80 from last season. But 50 million quid, not for me. No, thank you. And one other thing I want to alert you to as well is James Ollie. I don't know if you know that guy is a journalist, is throwing it out there. And this is where the narrative comes in. Let's trigger Arsenal fans because they're the most active on social media. So James Ollie, in his wisdom, what a muppet this geezer is. Arsenal have only got a £30 million budget. If they win the FA Cup and qualify for Europa, it may be a tad more. Oh, what, we're back to the 40 million budget, bruv, yeah? Didn't you bunch of idiots say this last season and then we spent 140 million pounds? Or we spent 40 million pounds but got 140 million pounds worth of players? Where do they make this crap up from? Who still reads it? Because last season, people go, you've only got 40 million. I remember that Sky Cava sitting there squirming like a little rat on Sky Sports. Like, oh, well, yes, they've used very creative, staggered payments, blah, blah. Shut up, mate. I was telling you all summer, that a 40 million pound budget will buy you over 100 million pounds worth of footballers. Yeah, proof's in the pudding. We have not paid 72 million for Pepe. We paid 20 up front. We still owe him 52 million. We got a 72 million pound footballer for 20 million quid. Now times that by 2, that's 144 million pounds worth of footballers for 40 million quid, which is there or thereabouts what we spent. But this, oh, it's 30 million. How these people still get paid to write this crap is amazing. Yeah, I need a job in that field because I've been selling truths all day. Maybe I should change my name to the voice of facts and the voice of truths. But there we go. Big up my guy, Stephen Featley. Hi, Lee. Hope you're well. Would you rest the key players tomorrow in preparation for the FA Cup final next week? I would. I predict a 3-1 tomorrow in a tough game. Well, thank you for your donation, mate. And I do appreciate that. And if you haven't subscribed to Stephen's channel, type his name in, Stephen Featley, into YouTube. Go and show him some love. And you'll find out at about 9:30 tonight, because I'm going to drop my preview at about 9:30. So you'll find out about 9:30 tonight what I think in terms of players and stuff like that. So make sure you keep tuned for that, baby. Let's read some of these comments out. Do smash the likes up if you haven't. Esme says, I'm sorry, Lee, but St. Maximin and Traore would take us level. St. Maximin and Zaha have carried their teams for Premier League for a long time. Traore gets the ball and defenders shit themselves. Well, yes, they all shit themselves when them 3 players mentioned get the ball. The fact is, none of them have got any end product, which is why I wouldn't take them. Bukayo Saka, for me, has got more end product than all 3 of them. Yes, you can throw out the 12 assists or whatever it is that the juiced up Iwobi's got at Wolves. The fact is, his season started over a year ago in the Europa League qualification rounds to get into the Europa League. And he was stat padding against teams in the Europa League. That's where 2 or 3 of his assists have come from. I could get an assist against the Dog and Duck. Let's be real. St. Maximin, sorry, don't see it. I genuinely don't get the hype. I don't get it. Oh, but he got 3 assists in 1 game. Whoopie fucking do. So did Mkhitaryan. That's not a dig at you either, darling. I'm just saying. Yeah, I don't get it. I genuinely don't get it. I'd rather see us give Reece Nelson another season than waste money on Zaha's sake. Evening, buddy. Did you see the Arsenal fans comparing Ozil to Bergkamp, says Abdul. Bruv, I've said it before. I'll say it again. The majority of Arsenal online fans are absolute muppets, which is why I'd rather they wouldn't follow me. The real ones subscribe to the channel. But there we go. Let's read some more of these out real quick and I'll come back to these YouTube ones. If we're going to get someone to play on the left, why not get Fraser? He's free. Thank you very much. At least he can run around and work hard. Zaha don't even do that. Zaha just goal hangs and still don't score many goals. I know before any smart Alec throws it out there, Fraser scored 1 goal this season. Yeah, but number one, he wouldn't cost 50 million quid. Number two, he'll be on that left-hand side with Kieran Tierney, and I think that'll take us up a level. I genuinely do. He's a hard-working player that will track back and stick his foot in. Zaha, nah, he don't track back. He bottles it. Nah, not for me. Not for me. Omar says the guy's overrated. Don't see the hype. Don't rate Zaha. He's absolute dog shit, says Jane. Same, I agree. I would replace Lacazette with Jimenez or Edouard. We need a striker with strength in the air. Agreed. Big up, Anish. Hope you're well, buddy. I don't see the value in signing Zaha. Same. We need Jovic, says McGlash. Big up, Connor. Hope you're well, man. Phil says I'll replace Lacazette with Jimenez, play Abra on the left if he stays. If not, Zaha's not good enough. Why would we get Jimenez? He's old and will cost more than keeping Aubameyang, says Faisal. Well, that's a good point, actually. It probably would cost more than getting Aubameyang in terms of the contract that we're going to give him, $250 a week. So it probably would. But then if we sell Aubameyang, would it cost more? I don't know. It depends what we've got for Aubameyang. Thank you for that, Jack. Appreciate that. Hope you're well, mate. Evening, Lee. Did you read the reports that Manchester City are interested in signing Dani Ceballos? I haven't read that, but no, thanks for alerting me to that. I'll have a look in a bit. DVS, my guy, look, he's changed his picture again. Yeah, he's changed his picture. Lee is better than fraud Raul. Come on, you know. Aubameyang can't dribble. Why play him on the left? Exactly. What's going on here? Why are Man United fans kicking off? What's going on here? We need a 12th man here. Who said Shaw was better than Tierney? Who are you talking to? Are you talking to me? Bruv, I never said Shaw was better than anyone. Pepe's still got him spinning around like a fidget spinner, bruv. Zaha's age. I'll tell you Zaha's age because I've got it up here right now. Zaha, my friend, is 27 years old and he'll be 28 on the 10th of November. So there we go. Still relatively young in comparison. Danilo Pereira will be 29 in September. Would you still sign him up? And Raul Jimenez? I would. Because you know what? If we get top 4 for the next couple of seasons with him, it's paid for it, innit? Let's be real. Jimenez, Abba, Martinelli. Tesco, Viva Mexico. Big up yourself. Oh, loving your profile picture, bruv. Tierney, baby. My guy. My guy. The real one. The best left back in the league. I'm joking before any Robertson fans come at me. Thank you very much, Pirate King. Our fans wouldn't want Zaha if he were a Spurs fan. Also, do you think Smith Rowe will get a chance? I don't know, man. I hope so. But listen, just because Zaha's a Spurs fan doesn't mean anything. Dennis Bergkamp was a Spurs fan. Yeah, and he signed for us, didn't he? So as for Smith Rowe, I do think he'll get a chance. And I do think he should get a chance as well. I genuinely do. I do. I think that why not give him a go? I've been more excited about watching the kids this season than I have about watching the old guard. Big up Stephen United. Yeah, I know Arsenal is shit, mate. You're preaching to the converted, mate. Yeah, I've been saying it for years. Like, well done to United. Good luck. And no, it wasn't me you were talking about. Thank you. Okay, cool. Chelsea winning the league. Well, they've got a chance next season, mate. They've definitely got a chance next season with all the players they're buying. But there we go. I'm going to read a couple more and I'm going to get out of it. My preview will drop at 9:30 this evening. We're on the Cruz Campo this evening. No Estrella in the shop. Not impressed. We're getting in anyone Kia Jarabkin tells us. Well, we're getting in anyone Kia Jarabkin's twisting up our recruitment process and plugging in players on his client list. Bruv, listen, I think it's a joke. I genuinely do. Man United fans that are in the chat will know better than us that as soon as you just go with one particular agent, you're asking for a whole world of trouble, mate. Just look at Man United when Jose had his agent in there. And listen, you guys know I rate Jose, yeah? But that's fucked him up. That has fucked him up. So there we go. And thank you again for that, mate. Appreciate it. Have a soon to be a blue. Yeah, I'm kind of gutted. Anish says, how much hopeful are we Smith Rowe about next season? I think he'll do all right, mate. Zaha was apparently an Arsenal fan, according to Aidan. Is that true? I don't know, mate. I genuinely don't know. Media propaganda is the reason the fan base blame the Cronkies. Well, half of them don't know the ins and outs and how business works, mate. So, yeah, you're probably right. Bruno, 17 goals and assists in 19 games for United. What a beautiful man. Oh, dear. Let's do one more. Aubameyang can't dribble, but he also can't win a header or hold the ball up. He's better running in behind from the left and leading the line. Well, it depends how you set up. Against teams that park the bus, then yeah. But if you're in an open game against a top team, I'd rather him up front. Abu, my guy, man. I haven't seen you in my chat for ages, I don't think. And if I did, I must have forgotten that. So apologies. How did it feel watching Arsenal winning league titles, bruv? I'll never forget when we won the league at White Hart Lane. I had a bottle of champagne, bruv. I sprayed it everywhere. You know, sat in the back garden like, psh, spraying it everywhere. I was buzzing, man. 98 was a madness. That was one of my favourites. 2002 was a sick team. Obviously doing it at Old Trafford was good. And 89, I was just coming up to 7 years old. But I do kind of remember my dad letting me stay up and watch it. But at the time, you don't process what's going on because you're only 6, 7 years old. When you grow up and you realise the enormity of what happened, it's kind of mad. But there we go. And on that note, people, I'm going to get myself out of here. 9:30 tonight. Let's end on that. Big up, Anthony. Done my football bets for tomorrow. If it comes in £3.5 grand for £1. I hope you haven't bet on Arsenal, mate, because they would always let you fucking down. So there we go. Good luck, though, mate. Hope it comes in for you. And I'll be back at 9:30. It'll be an uploaded video, a pre-recorded one. It won't be a live stream because I'm going out for dinner and a couple of drinks with the missus. And yeah, man, we're going to have a decent evening. So I'm going to record that right now. And then I'll schedule it in for 9:30 tonight, UK time. So all have a wonderful evening. Thanks very much. And I'll see you later. Laters, peeps.